Welcome to another episode of David Rides a Trike. I'm David and I'm riding a trike. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I try to provide a little motivation to people with chronic illnesses and disabilities to get up and do some fun form of exercise. Why? Because doing so can be therapeutic and it can turn out to be a lot of fun. Personally, I fall into both the chronically ill and disabled categories. I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic when I was a year and a half old. I've had 3 organ transplants, stage 3 cancer. I'm legally blind, and I've lost track of how many surgeries, procedures, and maladies I've had in my life. As you can see, I'm riding inside today on a set of rollers made specifically for trikes. I'm inside because the outside temperature is currently in the single digits. And while this year, for the first time, I've braved much colder temperatures, however, this is just too cold for me to ride outdoors. So I'm indoors riding on the rollers, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to give you my thoughts on the pros and cons of riding outside versus inside. Outside, I can sit on the same seat, put my feet on the same pedals, and go somewhere. And that somewhere can be measured in terms of miles or kilometers. Indoors, I can pedal till the cows come home, and I won't move an inch. For me, that ability to go somewhere is a giant plus. Since I don't drive, I can't hop into the car and go somewhere, and that feeling of being able to get from point A to point B under my own power can't be overemphasized. Sure, I can walk places, but not on the same scale. I can walk a few miles, but on my trike, my mileage can be measured in terms of tens of miles. Therefore, in terms of outside riding, meaning I can go somewhere, riding outside is the clear winner. Then there's the convenience factor. Riding inside is by far more convenient. When I ride outside, it takes me forever to get out of the house and riding. This point was made by Bad David in my last video. Before leaving for an outdoor ride, I have to check to make sure I have my keys, wallet, garage door opener, sunblock, phone, enough fluids for the ride, food, and what seems like an endless supply of camera gear. Inside, I need my bike computer so I can track my workout, my phone, my ear pods, and water. From a convenience standpoint, inside does win. Then there's being engaged in the ride. Again, it's an easy win for outdoor riding. When I'm outside riding, I try to take in everything around me, or at least as much as I can visually. Even though I'm impaired, I try to take in all there is to see. I look for changes in the landscape, I look at the clouds, I look for wildlife. Sound plays a large role when riding outside. The sounds of insects and birds, and small animals among the trees or in the fields. And finally, the smells, burning leaves, the smell of the river I usually ride along, even the marshy smell of the stagnant offshoots from the river. And of course, there's the better get your butt moving smell of ozone, which means a thunderstorm is getting close. I find all these smells and the other stimuli a large part of my enjoyment. Then finally, there's what I call the getting lost in yourself aspect. My outdoor rides act almost as a form of meditation for me. My mind slows down as I just take in my surroundings. There have been a couple of times I was so immersed that I suddenly realized I was at point C and I didn't remember passing point B. It's a very rare occurrence, and I know you're saying, David, you might want to have that checked out. But trust me, it's not a bad thing. Rather, it's a really refreshing feeling. When I ride indoors, I try to lose myself in audiobooks. I start riding, hit the start button on my audio app, close my eyes and listen to a book. I read almost primarily fiction, although I do also read historical fiction or biographies. But nothing makes the time pass like listening to a good story. So that's about it. Overall, there's really no comparison. Outdoor riding wins in a landslide. But in a pinch, indoor riding at least gives me some good exercise when I don't want to brave the elements. That's it for this episode. I know you guys will have your own thoughts and opinions, and I'm eager to hear them, so please put them down in the comments section below. Also, as always, please like and share this video with others. If you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you did so. So long, and I'll see you on the next ride. Bye-bye.